experiencing a tense and pivotal moment as we approach the October 2025 presidential election. It is a moment that the contribution of every Cameroonian is needed to build a country that is worthy of the name. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of Interview. And we are welcoming on our set this afternoon a firebrand politician and social activist, Edith Kabang Walla. Good afternoon, ma. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been some time since I've been at GBS.
Yes.
So I am very thrilled to be here this afternoon.
It's our pleasure having you. And like we indicated, we are going through a very pivotal and sensitive period in Cameroon. From your own point of view, how is Cameroon faring politically at this sensitive period?
That's a very good question. I think a number of things are happening. Number one is that we are still, unfortunately, in the dictatorial context where we have been for the last 43 years. So we still have a ruling party which confuses itself with the state. We have a ruling party that just it does not create a distinction between itself as a party and the government of Cameroon. So that ruling party has a tendency to repress all other political parties in violation of the law. Because the Cameroonian constitution says we are a democracy. The Cameroonian law has recognized us as political parties with a certain number of rights: the right to hold meetings, the right to go out on the field, the right to talk to our members, but also to Cameroonians. Those rights are unfortunately violated all the time by the ruling party. But I can say what I've just described is what we have been living for the last 43 years. Maybe what is particular to this moment, our president is 92 years old. This is creating a lot of uncertainty. Uncertainty in his own camp, in his own party, and definitely uncertainty for Cameroonians. The other thing that is happening is that we see a Cameroonian population that is ready for change. Cameroonians have put it into their minds that 2025 is going to be the year of change. So we are seeing more energy than we have seen in the past in the Cameroonian population with regard to change. Unfortunately, or the thing that we must all keep our eye on, elections in Cameroon are frauded because we have had elections for the past 30 years and report after report after the elections has shown that there was fraud. And there are three institutions which are the masters of this fraud in the Cameroonian elections. Electoral, which is the governing body of elections, who right now, as we speak, is in violation of the law.
They were in violation?
Yes, they were supposed to publish the voters list since the 31st of December. They have not done it. And this does not augur well for the Cameroonian election, because if the body which is supposed to regulate elections is itself in violation of the law, then that is problematic. Number two institution we must watch out for is the Ministry of Territorial Administration.
Yes.
So unfortunately for us as political parties, we are in a political debate and discussion with a regulatory body, a supervisory body that is headed by somebody who is our adversary, because the Minister of Territorial Administration, not only is he a CPDM member, not only is he a Central Committee member, but he is one of the strongest advocates. And he tells you himself, if you ever meet him, he will tell you that he is not a CPDMer, he is a biaist. So we are going in competition with somebody supervising the elections who has a candidate of his own. He has a candidate that he is supporting. And we have seen this ministry
Elecam is supposed to be a free, independent kind of body to regulate the elections.
In the law, if you look at the letter of the law in Cameroon, Elecam is an independent body.
Yes.
Then you look at what has the reality, what they have done with that law, because they are supposed to to nominate independent people to sit at Elecam. But out of the 18 members of Elecam, I cannot remember now whether it is 14 or 16 who were central committee CPDM members at the time of their nomination. They only resigned from the CPDM after they had been nominated, whereas the law says that you must nominate independent, non-partisan people to Elecam. Then, as I say, we have the Ministry of Territorial Administration. By law, as a political party in Cameroon, by the law, if you are a political party, you have the right to have a headquarters, to hold meetings with your party members, to invite Cameroonians, because as political parties, our job is to share our ideas, our political programs with Cameroonians. But we see the Minister of Territorial Administration continuously and constantly violating the law and our rights as political parties and the rights of all Cameroonians, because when they stop us from going out to talk to Cameroonians, it means that they have violated also the rights of Cameroonians who are supposed to have access to political information. And the third institution we must not forget is the Constitutional Council.
Yes.
Again, an institution which is supposed to be independent. Out of the 11 members of the Constitutional Council, 10 are former members of the CPDM. Even recently, when the president had the opportunity, somebody passed away on the Constitutional Council, and if they had any intention of fair play, they would have thought of replacing that person with somebody independent. No, they went and got somebody who her whole career is inside the CPDM, and she was a CPDM senator at the time of her nomination. So these three institutions, Elecam, Minat, and Constitutional Council, these are the architects of fraud in Cameroonian elections. And it is very important as Cameroonians that we do not get distracted, because there's so much distraction in this moment. And we realize that what we have is a systemic problem with elections, and we need to resolve that systemic problem.
All right. Since you've talked about the issue of election and all the irregularities that go with, let us continue looking at these irregularities, because we are talking about 2025 as a year of change.
Yes.
If we are to have that change, we need a free, fair and transparent elections. Now, if I were to quote, I'm quoting you, to imagine that people who will not let you hold a political meeting will somehow hold an election, but where they do not win, is the height of absurdity. Let us come back to talk about this election. What reforms would you prioritize to strengthen democratic institutions and electoral transparency if we were to talk about this 2025 elections?
Great. I think you are asking the very right question. And some people even say to me, Madam Walla, don't you think it's late for electoral reform? We are already in July, and the elections are taking place in October. And we say at the level of the CPP and at the level of Stand Up for Cameroon that call us today. We, as you know, our stance, we are not going in for any election organized by the CPDM. But if you call us for
by the CPDM.
Yes, it's a CPDM election. We have just demonstrated that. Elecam is CPDM.
Constitutional
Minat
Council.
is CPDM. Constitutional Council is CPDM. So it's an election organized by the CPDM. You go to an election, you are a contestant, the other contestant is CPDM, but they are the ones organizing the election. It does not make sense. As I've said, it's the height of absurdity to think that they will organize an election where some other person other than themselves will come out as a winner. But if you call us today to work on electoral reform, believe you, Mr. Venetius, I will be at your door within seconds, not minutes. Within the opposition, what can we do? What can we do at this stage? You have a reform. Let me give you a key reform. You asked about key reforms.
Yes.
Let me give you a key reform that can still be done now as we are talking.
Yes.
Single ballot. This is a reform which is agreed upon by all political parties, by civil society actors. All of us agree that Cameroon should have a single ballot. I want your listeners to understand, because some of them have never voted. When you go into the polling station in Cameroon, you have individual ballots for all the different candidates.
Who are going in, yes.
How does fraud happen in that system? When you are coming into the polling station, somebody calls you to the side and says, go and vote
and bring
for this candidate.
Yes.
When you have voted for that candidate, you bring the ballots of all the other ones. They give you maybe 1,000 francs as an advance. So when you bring the rest of the ballots, they will give you your balance, maybe 1,000, maybe 2, maybe 4, 5, whatever. Now, if you have, which is what most African countries have, I'm not talking about Europe, I'm talking about Africa. Most African countries have a single ballot, meaning what? All the candidates are on one ballot or on one sheet of paper. So the voter, what they do is they mark the candidate which they are voting for. You eliminate that system of paying people to come in and come out. Another form of fraud that happens, because I hear Cameroonians saying, we are going to control. Let me ask those Cameroonians, right now, in this season, how are you going to get to Logone-Shari? The Logone-Shari division, which is one of the divisions that has the biggest number of votes in Cameroon. The roads are impassable. You cannot go, you will not be able to enter there. So we will be waiting for results from the people who live in Logone-Shari. And there, very few opposition parties are present. So what is going to happen in those kind of areas? You see this in the far north, you see this in the south, you will see it in the northwest and southwest. We will talk about that. By the time the voter comes, the ballot is already inside the envelope. Especially the elderly
who have no time to verify,
who are not very versed in these things. And you see somebody there saying, no, mama, just go and put that envelope. Just go and put that envelope. They have already,
and they believe that they are helping them,
and they believe that they are being helped. And now, when she goes and puts that envelope, you see the problem with the multiple ballots. Whereas if it was a single ballot, she will be asking that, no, this is my own person. I want my own person to be. So I take a reform such as the single ballot, and I say that reform now can be done now because nobody has printed any ballots. And so we can do that reform today and it will make a difference. Let me give a second example. The time for results to be announced. In Cameroon, many Cameroonians don't know this, but by law, it is a 10-day, 2-week period.
Yes, 15 days.
Yes, 15 days between when the election takes place and when the results are going to be announced.
Yes.
These 2 weeks is not by accident. These are the 2 weeks for Elecam, the Constitutional Council, MINAT, to carry out all the fraud that they need to carry out. Why? In most African countries today, when the election takes place in the morning, you have people voting all day. By many countries, maximum 72 hours, because we have all the technology. We have all the technology. The Cameroonian election is coming. You are going to see them writing on papers which then, after you see the minutes, every polling station has minutes where the results are written and so on. When you see the minutes from Cameroonian police station, you even see somebody has written in blue that CPP got 200 votes, CPDM got 10. But you see a different color of pen changing the number of votes that CPDM got 300, while CPP got 20. You see those type of things. Whereas today we have technology. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? We can agree on the results. All of the observers can agree. All the representatives, the election monitors for the different political party, we agree on it. We put it into digital form and we publish, so that everybody knows that in this polling station, this was the result, so that you can avoid all of this fraud that happens with the manipulation of these papers. So you see, we still have enough time to save the 2020 Cameroonian election if we choose 2025 Cameroonian election, if we choose to do so as Cameroonians.
It has to do with a matter of will.
It has to do with a matter of will, but it has mostly to do with we, the opposition. Mr. Venetius, I feel that it is you people, the Cameroonian citizens, who have misled opposition parties. Because you keep talking about a single candidate. Oh, you people should get to. There is no candidature problem in Cameroon. There is a problem of an electoral system. The coalition should not be about people. It should be about the electoral system. CPP is not going to elections, but if they call us tomorrow, our friends of SDF, of PCRN, of MSA, I don't know who else, UDC, if they call us tomorrow and say, CPP, can you work with us on the system, on the electoral system, form a coalition, we will do it without hesitation. Let us work on the electoral system so that we can weigh in, because if all of us agree, for example, that we need a single ballot, we need the time to be reduced for election results to be announced. If all of us agree and go as a bloc and ask the Cameroonian people to stand behind us, we will get those reforms. Even in this short space of time, we will get those reforms. So you see, this silly idea of a single candidate, it has divided the opposition.
Yes.
Instead of us coming together to focus on the essential things which can actually make a difference about the election, we are busy discussing. Oh, I like this one. He's tall. Oh, I like this one. He's short. Oh, I like this one. He talks well. Oh, I like this. This is nonsense. You know, we are people who are on a road trying to go somewhere. You are in Douala. You are trying to reach Yaoundé. At Edea, there is a wall which is 100 meters wide and 100 meters tall and 100 meters thick. And then you are busy having a discussion about who can run fastest to go where.
When there is a wall.
When there is a wall. The only discussion we need to be having is about the wall. How do we clear this wall? And even if we cannot clear, Mr. Venetius, let's crack it now. Let's crack it a little bit, because if, you know, we say in my village that if the wall cracks, A lizard can pass.
Exactly.
Yes. But right now we have a wall in front of us with no cracks. And instead of us discussing the wall, we are discussing who is going to run, who has the best running style, who has it. All of them are running to a wall.
So according to you, opposition parties should unite not behind a single candidate, but around a common agenda for comprehensive electoral reforms.
Absolutely.
Now, do you think that if these political parties, if they were to unite behind the comprehensive electoral reforms, would they be able to bring a change with the present status quo that we have?
I have said they unite. And then the second very important thing that I said is that we call out Cameroonians.
Okay.
Because this is a Cameroonian problem. It's not a political party problem. It is a problem of the nation. So we unite, then we call out Cameroonians. You see me in my black. Today is Friday in black. Mr. Venetian, you are not wearing black. So you call out Cameroonians, even one Friday, the whole country is wearing black. Believe you me, our government will start trembling to say, what do we do? What do we do? Not to talk of if we decide all together to go for a sitting in front of Elecam or in front of Minat or in front of the Constitutional Council. How can we have a Constitutional Council where people are bringing cases before them about the election? You have political parties who have brought cases, you have civil society who have brought cases, and the Constitutional Council says we are not competent
to handle this.
That is, imagine the absurdity of it. The highest court in the land says we are not competent, and when they say they are not competent, they don't direct you to a court.
Where to go to, yes.
Because if you are the highest court in the land, you know who has the mandate for what. So if a plaintiff comes to you and you are not competent, then you say we are not competent. The court with competency for these types of affairs is XYZ court. You see us running like mad people. You go to the Constitutional Council, they say you are not competent. You go to the lower court is say yeah, they are not competent. You go to the administrative court, you go to... Which kind of nonsense is this?
All right. Let's continue on this issue concerning this political candidate or candidates who have declared themselves.
Yes.
Because until they are confirmed, for now, they are still candidates who have declared that they will be running for the elections. How does... We already have a number of them.
Yes.
A good number of them. Now, how does that affect the desire that Cameroonians are expressing, a desire for change? So many of them coming up. How does that affect that desire for change?
You know, Cameroonians, once again, as I've said, in my opinion, as somebody who believes in rights, I am a fundamental believer in rights. Every single Cameroonian has the right to run for president. No, it is not because we have left a bad system. So we have left a wall. Instead of going towards the wall, we start asking the runners that no, you don't run. You should not run. Why? Why? Let's address the wall. That is our common problem. Let us address the wall. So that is why I say the citizens have fooled the political parties, because so much they have put into the head of the political parties. Oh, we must have a single candidate. Oh, we must have a single candidate. Oh, we must have a... So everybody feels like, for me to have a chance of being the single candidate, I better declare. You see the point? And all this time, then when they declare, because politics is a competitive game, Mr. Venetius, you will never get Cameroonians to all 30 million of us agree that it is one person. So when people have declared, their teams, their camps start getting ready for the fight. So here we are, all runners with a wall in front of us. Instead of us to address the wall, we are now punching each other.
shattering the hopes of Cameroonians who are looking forward for a change.
Of course. But Cameroonians must stop their discussion about single candidate and tell those parties face the wall. We are seeing the wall. This wall I am describing, Mr. Venetius, every Cameroonian knows. Every Cameroonian knows that Elecam is corrupt. Every Cameroonian knows that Minat is partisan and that he is violating the law. Every Cameroonian knows that the Constitutional Council is partisan. That is our common fight.
Okay.
What is this business of candidates?
All right. Let us come back a bit to the CPP. When I indicated as the national president of the CPP.
Yes.
History has it that you were the first female politician to go in for presidential elections in Cameroon. That was in 2011.
That is correct.
Out of 23 candidates, you came out 6th.
Yes.
0.72%.
Yes.
Now, what is the CPP? The CPP has been silent when it comes to 2025 presidential elections. After 2018, CPP boycotted. 2020 parliamentary and legislative, CPP boycotted.
Yes.
Is the CPP looking forward to coming back in 2026 for legislative elections, municipal elections, or what is the position of the CPP?
Mr. Venetius, the wall. As soon as the wall has a crack,
so that the
CPP can see how it will get through.
Yes.
You will see us in the starting blocks.
Okay.
Yes. Our focus right now, we have joined together with Stand Up for Cameroon, where you have UPC Manidem, where you have Cameroon Obosu, where you have the Mothers of the Nation. We are political parties, we are civil society organizations, even individuals, Metra Liscom and the others. We have joined together to say, let us crack this wall.
Okay.
And that is what we are inviting all of the other political parties to do.
Okay.
Every fight is step by step.
Okay.
If you try to fight all the steps of the fight at once, you will lose.
All right. Thank you. Our time is already up because our producers are telling us that we are out of the studio. But for us to go in less than a minute, how can we empower youth and women to be more meaningful, included in the political process in Cameroon? In less than a minute before we leave the studio.
Super, Mr. Venetius. What we have done at Stand Up for Cameroon, we have an ongoing training program. We've started a few months ago, and we are very happy with the response of the youth. We are training them on the electoral system. We are training them on all the key issues we have talked about today, so that they can exercise their rights during this key political moment. Those who have voters cards can exercise their rights. Those who do not have voters cards can also exercise their rights.
Exactly.
So this is an invitation for the youth. We have a program for the youth. Our program for the women is starting tomorrow. And it will continue all the way up to October. So one thing we have said, in all this cinema that we are seeing, ministers resigning, this, that, and the other, the Cameroonian people are not in the conversation about their future.
Exactly.
Cameroonians need to know, understand the process, and invite themselves to the table. Nobody is inviting them right now. None of these candidates is inviting the Cameroonian people. Women, youth, we need to invite ourselves to the table. It's our table. It's our country. It's our future.
Right.
We need to be there.
Edith Kabang Walla, she's a politician and civil society activist. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
We hope to have you in subsequent editions of interviews so that we could go more to see how to empower youth and women.
For sure. We'll be very happy to come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all we had time for this edition. If you did not watch us from the beginning, a rebroadcast will be on Tuesday at 5 p.m. Until we meet again next week, have a blessed afternoon. Goodbye from all of us here.